Hello, everyone. My name is Shanice Wynn. I am a senior social work major attending Norfolk State University. Behold, I am a African American woman who has an African American family on both sides. Some things that my family grew up on or that we value is love. Love is really, really big in my household, well, my childhood household. Everything was big. Holidays, birthdays, anything. It's a big deal because we value support and love and nourishment. We value being there for each other, and we value relationship closeness. Something else that I grew up on was church. Church was and still is an extremely big part of our lives. Relationship with God, not just relationship with like-minded people, but relationship with God. That's super big. Grew up in a Pentecostal church. That typical shouting, yelling, crying, 8-hour service that you see on TV. That's my church. That's what I grew up on. That's what I value. That's what I love. That's what I cherish. It's my belief. And I am so grateful that I was instilled these beliefs at such a young age, because the Bible says train up a child in the way they should go and we won't depart. And I don't ever see myself departing. Yeah, that's a little bit about me and what I value and my culture. So I'm going to continue. So I work with the autistic population, and that is the target group. So people who have autism often experience bias and they are marginalized. So a definition for bias is prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. So from personal experience, my clients aging from like 3 all the way up to 18, there's always a bias associated with autism and even mental health in general, but specifically autism. Us normal people don't understand autism, and people with autism see the world in a completely different perspective, one that we can't, and they can. And to them, that's their norm. But it's like, we don't see it, which makes it super hard for people on the spectrum. Therefore, they always experience bias because it's not the normal way. It's their norm. It's not our norm. And they also experience marginalization. A definition for that is being treated as insignificant or peripheral, which goes hand in hand with experiencing bias. Because we are incapable of seeing the world like they see it or viewing the world as they see it, we find ourselves treating them as though they are not a part of us because we don't know what's going on. Therefore, it's like, oh, they'll be all right. We'll let them over there. We'll let them tantrum over there and stay over there. And for the normal kids, we're going to have fun, do this, do that. The child could be upset because he or she has to use the restroom, but doesn't know how to tell you. But since you don't know, it's like you're going to treat them as inferior or like, oh, whatever, it's another tantrum, and not trying to get to the root of the cause. So that's what people with autism experience. I see it more often than I should because I spend a lot of my time with people on the spectrum, and it's sad. It's really sad. So as I continue with my profession and my career goals, I do want to become an LCSW for children. I do want to become an LCSW and really focus on mental health, not just specifically in children, but in everyone. And to further develop, cultural humility, I would like to incorporate it surrounding myself with other cultures, not just mine. I want to be respectful of everyone else's beliefs. I want to be able to put my bias and my strong beliefs aside and really try to understand and empathize with clients who have a completely different belief than what I do, because that's how I want to be treated. Therefore, I'm going to treat others that way. Additionally, I will just have an open mind. And since I've been in this major, I have learned to not be narrow-minded. I have learned to have an open mind, try to see others' views, others' perspectives, because they are just as important as mine. So that's how I would develop cultural humility, and I will hope that I will incorporate these words into practice. Thank you.